I've often struggled with a pattern of mine where I enjoy one single video game, or I enjoy a sport or a musical instrument for a few months, and then I lose interest completely. I'm telling you this because I started self improvement numerous times, a ton of times during these 4 years that I've tried to study self improvement. I started a ton of times and I have barely anything to show for it. And prior to that, I was a guy that was engrossed in video games and binge watched every single anime that he watched. I barely even considered doing exercise until I watched Kenichi, the Strongest Disciple, and Hachime no Ippo. If you've seen any of those, you know those only two animes just implanted in my brain. If I train, then maybe I can be as powerful as them. I could do that. Eventually, I found a video of a 101 boxing class on YouTube and a workout routine mimicking Kenichi's workout routine. And so I started training. And you know what? I loved it. Soon enough, I found my way into the investing, making wealth, earning money, and I just got into that world. And I followed the exact advice that they all gave me. Just take action. I actually did take action because the next day that I started watching those videos, I said, okay, I'm actually working. And guess what? I did a whole day, just task after task after task after task in one day. So I said, I did a ton today, so I'll leave it to tomorrow. The problem was that I never got to that second day for months and months and months. I never actually broke out of this cycle of debt and dreams, which was making a ton of stuff one day and the next just nothing. I never got out of that cycle until I read the Atomic Habits book. The main thing that made me able to continue doing work through months and months is the power of doing less that you even think that you're capable of. Because after all, doing a habit only takes 30 seconds, 9 seconds. It doesn't take 3 hours of work to make a habit. Most habits are literally me just doing this. 0, 1, 2, 3. 10 seconds. 10 seconds of work to make that habit of doing the work actually materialize in your brain. A habit is literally opening the door and closing it down when going through a door. What I'm trying to say is that the time that you do a habit has nothing to do on how strong that habit becomes. What actually strengthens a habit is how many times you do it, how many times you start the habit, how many times you open a door, how many times you open that door is the thing that actually matters when strengthening opening a door. Committing to 3 hours of work when you're just starting out, to me, because you're just committing to 3 hours of work, then you're just gonna get frustrated and you're gonna hate doing the work. You have to make yourself love doing the work. But the only way to do that is by doing like less than 2 minutes of that work. If you want to run, you put on your clothes and put your shoes on and then step outside. Open the door, put up 1 foot out the door. That's it. That's all you need to do the first 2 weeks. Well, at least 2 weeks. If you want to meditate, sit down and put the timer. That's it. You don't need to even meditate. And you're already strengthening the habit. Once the habit is settled down, then that's when you actually want to start adding up a little bit more to that habit. For example, you started meditating by literally just putting the timer. Then 2-3 weeks after that, you will want to say, well, might as well do 2 minutes. I'm already sitting down and putting a timer on. Might as well. If you want to run, you say, I'm already outside, so I might as well do a 2-minute walk. Think about it this way. Do you prefer to keep going with the all or nothing mentality, which basically tells you if you don't go up that mountain in one jump, then you are absolutely nothing. It's unacceptable that you don't do all the work right now, instantly, and literally go with literally months and months and months, years and years on end without advancing, make you think so badly of yourself that you'll think that you're a little piece of shit that doesn't deserve anything. Is that where you want to be? Or do you wish to be in the maybe slow to no progress for a few months, but after a little bit of time, a few days, a few months go by, and then you're doing twice the work that you were doing before. Then suddenly you're doing 3 times the work that you were doing then. And then you're doing 5 times the work that you were doing then. Suddenly, you're just a completely new person. You are now the person that you wanted to be just 6 months ago. It works wonders, to be honest. And it will probably work for you too. That's the end of the video. It was quite, I screamed a little bit too much, maybe. Subscribe, like, and have a nice day, bro.